Samoa, Antigua and Barbuda, Greece, Barbados, Sweden, and the People's Republic of China. This is Group 15 of the Head-to-Head Challenge. Our first three contestants are Samoa, Antigua and Barbuda, and Greece. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Good, thank you.
Okay. I see you have to loosen up, girls. Look at the beautiful scenario we have there, the Tower of London back there. Have you ever been to the Tower of London?
No, we haven't.
Well, it's so close. We have to take you out. Like, today's a sunny day, I'll take you out later. So we're gonna start with Samoa.
Talofa lava and greetings to you all. My name is Alala Malai Lata Alaifaiwa. I am 23 years old and I'm from Samoa. It is an honor to represent my beautiful country in this prestigious competition. Participating for Miss World is an exciting opportunity. I am beyond blessed with the family I have, the supporting family. I was born and raised in Samoa. I am currently a security officer and a part-time model. I love dancing and play all sorts of sports. There are three main parts in Samoan culture that are important, which is faith, family, and music. I am beyond blessed to have this opportunity to be a role model for young viewers and to represent my beautiful country of Samoa. Whawhitai.
Samoa. I really like your outfit today. It's all traditional, right?
Yes, they're all tradition. Thank you so much.
I just think that you look very beautiful. And tell me, you're a security officer. What is like your life like?
Pretty much as a security officer, we're there to look after people and make sure everyone's safe. And to be honest, I'm glad I'm a security officer because I could use it for my beauty of the purpose, towards my beauty of the purpose.
And have you been protecting all our girls when we go out?
Most likely, I always have like those little antennas. I'm like, oh, look around and make sure everyone's all there. And I'm just like, yeah.
Okay, next time I'll go with you for sure, just so I can feel more safe. And tell me, what is your beauty with a purpose about?
Well, my beauty of the purpose is about creating charity for unfortunate kids. As I always hear my ancestors say, is that the children are always the future generations for our generation. So my beauty of the purpose is focus on the kids that always get bullied, like, you know, feel doesn't belong in the way. So I want to like create charities, programs, and like entertainments to make sure they feel belong and they have a purpose on where we are and all those stuff. Yeah.
Also, I think they have someone to look up to now.
Yeah, so as a security guard, so make sure everyone is safe and feel belonged and they have a purpose with us today.
And how have they reacted of you being here? Like, now people just stop you in the street and you're a security official, but you're also Miss World Samoa?
Yeah, so they know that now because they don't really, I'm not really those kind of people that like to say, oh, I'm a security. I'm very humble and yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful, Samoa. Thank you very much. Now, Antigua and Barbuda.
Welcome to my little paradise where the beach is just the beginning.
Oh yeah, you should know, yeah.
This little island girl often spent time in her shell, but the power of art allowed her to escape. Fluent in English and Spanish, esta chica de isla soy yo. I am Taki Francis. Hailing from the land of 365 beaches, your 2019 Miss Antigua and Barbuda World. Art saved me. and I knew it could save others.
However, it was in my father's strength that showed me that even in despair, we can rise and overcome any obstacle that we may face. He was diagnosed with cancer, and while staring death in the eye, he remained strong and positive. He won his battle and showed this little island girl that she can do anything too.
With my bachelor's in fine arts, I intend to expand my work with the voiceless by opening art studios and galleries across the Caribbean where vulnerable people, including the elderly, those with special needs, and juvenile delinquents can express themselves, display, and sell their works. Miss World is an opportunity to expand my platform, giving a voice to the voiceless, helping the neglected be heard. Miss World embodies the useful nature of every art form, from visual and performing arts to pageantry.
In Antigua, we have a saying, we little but we talawa, meaning we're small but mighty. And it is the might of this little island girl that will bring a change to the world. See you in London.
Antigua and Barbuda, you speak Spanish.
Yes,
Hermana.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, gracias.
Sorry, a little greeting in Spanish. I haven't spoke Spanish in a very long time, so I needed it. Thank you very much.
You're
And I
welcome.
want to ask you a question. If you could invite anyone to dinner, who would you invite and why?
I would invite Yara Shahidi. And it's as simple as this. I watched a lot of Disney movies growing up, and Snow White was one of my favorites. And she said, "You're the one who can fill the world with sunshine." And for me, Yara is that person. She shows that one person, whether they're small or young, they can make a difference. And I would love to sit with her and understand how I too can help make the world a better place. And despite her being so young, she's had a tremendous mark on this world. Not
Yeah, for
only has she impacted her generation, but she's managed to touch the generation before her. And I know if she will continue to impact the generation to come, which is absolutely important because children are the future. And she's a fashion icon, and I love fashion. But that's the least of it, you know. She is a super source of inspiration and empowerment. And her being an activist, she gives so many people who are oppressed a voice, and that is something I would love to embrace.
Would you be like the kind of fan that goes like, oh my God, like I'm your biggest fan and can you sign my shirt or something? Or you will be
No,
like very calm,
I'm very
collected.
calm. I'm a very calm person.
You're just pretending, you're like dying
I'm just like,
inside. Good girl, good girl. And what about your Beauty with a Purpose? What is it about?
My Beauty with a Purpose project is about sharing my passion for art with the elderly and the youth. So in regards to the elderly, I assist a lot with giving them dance and yoga sessions because a lot of them that I take part with, they suffer from Alzheimer's, and a lot of times it's very important that they stay active, you know. It's simple things like wiggling their fingers that they forget or moving their right leg. So I just think it's wonderful for me to go and experience that with them so they can express themselves. And then for the kids, I visit the schools, and it's particularly for those with special needs. Because just like any other child, you know, they need that attention, and they too have their passions and feelings and ideas. The only thing is they may have a difficult time expressing it. So I see art as a solution to that, and it gives them the means to express themselves and cope with the pressures that they face in life, you know. And these two groups for me, they're very dear to my heart. And I think the elderly and the youth, they create that rich and diverse culture that we have in Antigua, and by extension, the rest of the world, because it's something we all need to do. And that's my purpose.
Oh, I think it's beautiful, Antigua and
Thank you.
Barbuda. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, Greece.
My name is Rafaela Plastira. I'm 20 years old and welcome in my country, Greece. Greece is famous since the ancient times of her culture and her hospitality. I'm ambassador of the wave Take Me Home, and I'm fighting throughout the fashion so we can have back our culture legacy. My social work, even if I am 20 years old, it's important and it's about my actions among with the group Together for Life, which is fighting against the breast cancer. I'm looking forward to see you all in my country.
Greece, what is the thing that's been the most challenging in your life that you have to face?
A couple months ago, I was in a toxic relationship with a person who abused me physically and mentally. He always told me that I'm not good enough and pretty enough. Sorry.
It's fine. We've all been there.
But one day, I escaped from that toxic relationship. So I want to tell to other women who are abused that they are not alone, and any form of abusing is not acceptable, should be punished. So as Miss World Greece, I want to start an organization to help women who are abused.
I think like this kind of violence in relationships especially is something that sometimes we don't want to see.
Yeah.
We protect the people who abuses us, and it's hard to accept.
It's very hard.
But I mean, you're here, you're
I'm
Miss
here.
Greece, you got out of it. You're an example.
Thank you.
So I think you're very brave.
Thank you so much.
And what is your Beauty with a Purpose about?
My beauty and purpose is breast cancer. Breast cancer is really close to my heart because a member of my family was diagnosed years ago with breast cancer. So
It's fine, don't worry. These are hard things to talk about. Like, it's very emotional. So don't worry, we understand you completely.
So it's heartbreaking to know that one of the 8 women have breast cancer. So my beauty and purpose is breast cancer. It's Mazia de Zoe. It's an organization who help women with financial problems, so they can get tested and treated by breast cancer. And I will not let the Greece crisis let the women down.
Well, look at you, fighting for others, recovering yourself. I think you made it to the top, girl. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
And those were our first 3 contestants. Remember to vote for your favorite in all our social media platforms, Mobster, Instagram, Facebook, and MissWorld.com. Now we will meet Barbados, Sweden, and the People's Republic of China. How are you feeling, ladies?
Pretty good, thanks.
I hope no nerves, because this is like a chit-chat, a small conversation, gossipy talk. You okay?
Yeah.
they go silent. And what do you think of the beautiful skyline we have here?
It's really wonderful. I'm just so happy today. There's sunshine. It really brightened up my mood a whole lot, so it's a good day.
Especially coming from the Caribbean.
Especially coming from the Caribbean.
Well, it's good that you're talking because we'll start with you.
Oh, cool.
Now we'll see Barbados.
I have always been motivated to become the highest expression of myself. I'm on a journey to that woman who embraces self-love and confidently inspires other young women to embark on their own. I see her completing her master's degree at London School of Economics to further develop her humanitarian work and implement policy changes that impact communities for brighter futures. That woman lies within me, Shea Amor Greenwich from the island of Barbados. 2 years ago, I was involved in a car crash which left me on crutches, but changed my life forever. Interacting with the disabled made me realize for the first time that I could not effectively communicate with the deaf. I became motivated to connect with those who are deaf and hard of hearing, recognizing that they have so much to share. And today, my team and I have developed multiple platforms through my charity, the Deaf Heart Project, which houses a collective of creative programs aiding in the development and empowerment of the deaf and hard of hearing. My goal is to see this happening all over the world. And for me, Miss World is not just a platform, but a bridge between the deaf and hearing world, connecting people to people.
So Barbados, I know that usually the Caribbean people are the biggest advocates for environment, and because you can see the effects of climate change immediately.
Immediately.
And
It's
you're
so
one of these
real.
girls.
Yes, it's such a real thing for Caribbean people, and it's impossible for me to ignore, and it's impossible for me to not speak up about it. Every summer around hurricane season, it's just a case of wondering who's going to be next hit by a hurricane and devastated by it, and that's something that really hits hard, you know. So for me, I've been able to champion this. I've been advocating for a very long time, and over the past year I've been working with an environmental charity, and we've been doing a lot of work to do cleanups, national cleanups, lobbying the government and seeing the implementation of a ban on single-use plastics and styrofoam. So I believe that advocacy is a very big part of the solution, and we should never underestimate the power of our voices.
Yeah, I think I've seen this ban in several places around the world. I think it's coming up in Bahamas, it's coming up in Barbados.
Other Caribbean islands are doing it as well.
Yeah, also Tanzania, I think Kenya and Nigeria are joining in.
Yes.
We should just all take you as an example.
Thank you.
And what is your Beauty with a Purpose about?
My Beauty with a Purpose is an initiative called the Deaf Heart Project, and this came about 2 years ago, being involved in a car accident and just being immersed into the disabled community. I was able to interact with deaf individuals for the first time and just staring at each other. I realized we couldn't talk. All I could do was try to smile. You know, that was the only thing that I could do. So I went to learn sign language, because I'm committed to being fluent in sign language. And from there, I was just able to learn a lot more about their challenges and struggles on a daily basis. And it just moved me to a point where I had to act. Again, advocacy is a huge part of how we can find solutions. So I've been having my Deaf Heart Project. We do programs to work on improving communication between the hearing and deaf community, as well as improving their access. This is access to information, access to education, things that we might not think about on a daily basis, but it's so much of a big deal for them. And advocacy is working in Barbados, because for the very first time ever in my country, we had Hurricane Dorian approaching, and for the first time the deaf had access to live coverage, to see what was happening, how to stay safe, how to be prepared. And it was a big deal for them. They felt so empowered. They knew what was happening. They didn't have to rely on second-hand information.
Yeah, of course.
And these are big things.
Is it a very big community?
It is a small community. It's a minority. And the thing about it is, I feel like deafness is the invisible disability, because they look like me and you, but you don't know that they can't hear. But the thing about it is, deafness is not their limitation. They have so many talents. They are so great. The deaf mind is brilliant. And all they need is an opportunity. They don't need charity, they need opportunities. And that's what the Deaf Heart Project is doing. We've been able to provide scholarships for continuing education, amongst other things. And I'm so proud to be here to bring it at Miss World, because equality and inclusion matter. It matters.
I'm learning now a little bit. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, that was cute.
We did good.
Yeah, you did very good.
Now we meet Sweden.
Hello, my name is Daniela Lundqvist. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Oskarshamn, Sweden.
Oskarshamn is a very small city located just by the sea, and that's why I just love spending time outdoor. I would say that I am pretty spontaneous. I love adventures and pageants, to meet new people, experience different cultures and visit beautiful countries.
I am also a volunteer for Suicide Zero, a non-profit organization who collects money to raise awareness about mental health issues. This organization lies close to my heart since I have had my fair share of mental illness and I want to help others to feel less lonely. I would say that I am a small city girl with big dreams. I don't have the fortune to have a lot of money and a lot of sponsors, but my family is my biggest sponsors and I love them for helping me so much. And I have big dreams as Miss World, and I want to show that even if you're from a small city, you can accomplish big things.
Sweden, you're from a small town, but now you're here in London with 120 countries with you.
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine this?
I actually never imagined this day coming. I'm so happy to be here because when I was younger, growing up in a really small town, I had a hard time like fitting in. So I always felt a bit like left outside. So coming here and meeting all these lovely girls, and I think I made friends with like everyone here.
Do you feel like you found a place where you can be just you?
Yes, I feel like I finally have friends. It's like I feel so included in this and I feel so happy to be here. And I feel so honored to walk amongst you girls and just be a part of you.
Who's your roommate?
Finland.
And do you have like a super strong relationship?
Yes, she's the best.
I want to know, who is more organized in the room?
Yeah, it's me, but she would say it's her, so don't believe her. Don't believe her.
Won't get into discussion. We'll talk later with Finland. Yes. And what is your Beauty with a Purpose about?
Yeah, so as I said, I'm a volunteer for Suicide Zero. So this is my Beauty with a Purpose. As a volunteer, I work to raise awareness about mental illness and suicide. And I do this by, try to spread knowledge about it and just information and trying to teach people on the facts about it and how to help someone. And I do this because I've been suicidal in my life. I've been in a bad place. And I think that since I've survived this, it's my purpose in life that I have to do this because I'm so lucky to be here today and to be alive that I have to help everyone I can just by, even if I'm gonna shout it from the top of the roof, I have to speak up because there's so many people who don't dare to speak about mental illness and suicidal thoughts. So if I'm gonna be the champion, I'm gonna do it because maybe someone I can reach out to, I can save someone, and then I have to do it.
That's great. I think we are the lucky ones to have you, Sweden. Thank you so much for your story.
Thank you.
Now, People's Republic of China.
Hello everyone, I'm Li Peishan, and I represent the People's Republic of China. I was born in a seaside city in China. I came to Beijing at the age of 3 and I grew up in Beijing. I've studied in UK for 7 years since A-level and completed my master's degree at City University of London. After returning to China, I worked as an event planner. I have experienced many activities and visited many cities. I've also participated in and planned charity activities to raise awareness to those in society who need support. I really like children, and I often visit children's welfare homes to help them solving any problems they might have. I really enjoy the process and the sense of achievement that this brings. China is a big country with a long history of 5,000 years. Not only do we have beautiful mountains and rivers, but also many places of interest. And the people here are very humble and friendly. To my friends, if you have time, please come to China and experience this yourself.
So, this is practically your city. Yeah. Like, why did you choose to study here?
I came to study in UK because of its long history and richness in culture, which is similar to my own country. When I was growing up, I learned Chinese painting and acrylic painting, so I love to visit art galleries, and there are so many great galleries in London, so I enjoyed every moment I study here.
Yeah, I really wanted to ask because I love the arts and the galleries here as well. Which one is your favorite?
I love Tate Modern and National Gallery.
Yeah, of course.
And they're quite different. Like Tate Modern shows more contemporary art, and National Gallery presents some of the very best fun art.
Yeah, I think both are very beautiful,
Yeah, I
and
like
they're
both.
my favorite places here as well.
Me too.
And what is your Beauty with a Purpose about?
My Beauty with a Purpose is to work with China Open Tennis Club as one of their ambassadors and event planner to bring 45 kids from Tibet to Beijing on a study trip. And it was their first time get out of the mountains, and they were so curious about everything. Because in China there are still some rural areas, like the villagers, they have no chance to get out of the mountains in their whole life. And together with China Open, we organized a series of activities to raise awareness and funds. This year we raised around 1 million funds.
Wow.
And I believe next year we can bring more kids out of the mountains to see the wider world.
That will be beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And these were our last 3 contestants from Group 15. Remember to vote for your favorite in all our social media platforms: Mobster, Instagram, Facebook, and of course the Miss World website, MissWorld.com. We'll see you soon with Group 16.